I hate gift giving and receiving.
Receiving gifts is so weird. What do you say? Thank you?
This is Coffee Convos with Kail Lowry and Lindsie Chrisley.
I really want you to be in your feels, Kail.
That does not interest me whatsoever.
I feel very attacked by you.
A spirited discussion about motherhood, friendship, family, and life in the public eye.
I'm just not with the fakery anymore.
There's a fakery bakery around here.
Here's Kail and Lindsie.
Good morning, my little kitty Kail. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well. We're very well. How is everything going over there?
You know, it has been an absolute shit show.
For you?
Had 3 kids in my house all weekend, and I understand that is very minimal children in your home.
No, but it's a lot. I mean, 1 kid is a lot.
I don't do well with kids in my house.
The video that you sent me of the kids singing in the car was honestly so nice, though. Like, that is what it's all about.
Okay, but I have to ask you if you feel like this is an inappropriate rule. So we have this rule that if the kids are in the car, then it can be a cussing car. So if they want to say like fuck or whatever, it just has to be in the car.
Oh, it has to be in the car.
Yeah, and once the car stops and you get out, you can't cuss.
I think it's fine. My stories of trying to desensitize my kids, and it's all about trial and error. This might work for Jackson. This might not. I think so often my kids sing songs they don't even know what they're saying. So I personally don't give a fuck when it comes to a song. They don't really cuss anymore. Like ever since I
over it though. Like
yeah.
It's like so few and far between, but sometimes it'll just be like an F-bomb from the back seat, and I'm just in the front like trying to hold my composure because it's just so funny to hear a kid say something like that.
Yeah, my kids will definitely, their dads will definitely remember when we were all singing shit. Oh my God, we sung My Neck, My Back. We sung Come Girl, Let Me See Your Body Sweat. Something like David Banner. Do you remember that song?
Yeah, but like, who did we think we were?
We didn't know what we were singing. That's why it was fine.
Wait, did I tell you the one story about, it was like a birthday weekend for me, and I had to have been maybe 3rd or 4th grade, and Christina Aguilera
stripped
Genie in a Bottle.
I'm a genie in a bottle.
Bottle, baby.
Yeah. I did that song at the YMCA talent show at summer camp.
I love that it was the YMCA talent show. This song came on in the car with my dad driving, and it was just me and one of my girlfriends in the back seat. I thought that the man was going to come unglued. Like over Genie in a Bottle.
Genie in a Bottle is not that bad. Like it could have been so much worse.
But in my mom's car, because we would go to my mom's on the weekend, that's where we really listened to like the hardcore shit, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Like you were just jamming out and you had no idea. But that was the fun of it, was like, as an adult looking back, like we had no business listening to these songs, but like we were raised on these songs.
Yeah. What's that one where it's like about fucking in the back seat?
Oh my God, ludicrous. You're talking about back seat, windows up. Oh my God.
What the fuck?
We love
ripped pants in, ripped the skirt.
Period. Like we were raised on these songs that we have to keep it going. But kids know more now. Like I feel like I say it's fine, but they probably know more. TikTok is scary. It's a very scary place. But Lincoln's not. He's too young to be on TikTok and Instagram. I just run his.
Have to tell you, I had a conference. I was telling Kristen yesterday that I was going to have a conference with Mr. Will and Jackson after I got off of my meetings.
Mm-hmm.
So I do this phone conference with them, and it's like, if you cannot, and I don't know how you feel about this, but like if you cannot manage your schoolwork, then that means that you can't manage your friendships, you can't manage your cell phone, you can't manage going fishing, if we can't turn in homework assignments, then we can't manage any of that other stuff either.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
So now Jackson's cell phone is officially locked up in a safe. And I told him he was not going to get it back until his grades were where they needed to be and he could start turning in stuff on his own without being asked to do it.
Yep.
And if this continues, now that the cell phone's gone, then we will just not be turning on college football all fall, and it's going to be miserable for all of us.
I mean, to me, that's fair because you're like, you can manage all these things. You're just choosing not to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Lux's thing was so they get these books at school, and then I think every day or every other day they like switch them out. Well, yesterday he was like, but I have the same books as yesterday. I said, but we still have to read them. I still have to sign your reading log. Well, no, because my dad is going to ask me why you signed twice for the same book. And I said, but it's different days. Like, you still have to practice reading. But my dad won't be able to check the log because I don't go to his house on school nights. And I said, but he's picking you up from school on Friday, so he's going to see it. And I have to be able to answer to everybody, your teacher, your dad, like, you have to do this because you have to learn. They don't get it. They don't want to do it. They're so much more consumed with not doing schoolwork.
It's so interesting to me, just the differences when we talk about school stuff from schools like where you live and schools where I live. Jackson never had like a reading log. I mean, he had this little paper when he was in preschool, and you just had to like color a thing if he read that night, but it wasn't like write down what book you read or anything like that. It wasn't a log like that. And never in any grade that he's been in has he had ever a reading log. And I think that that's insane.
He has to read a minimum of 15 minutes every night, and you have to sign for every 15 minutes. But the books that he's been bringing home since the first day are a little bit longer. So it's taking him 15 minutes to read the one book, which is fine. I think personally, they need to bring back the Pizza Hut personal pan pizzas for reading.
Wait, what? They had that?
When I was growing up, if you filled out your reading log, you would earn personal pan pizzas from Pizza Hut.
Oh my God. I wish I went to school where you went. I remember back when I was in like first grade, we had something called like book in a bag, and you picked the book from the class like library, and then you brought it home and you did a reading log, and it was turned in every Friday, part of your folder. And you got like treasure box or extra recess or something like that. There was like different prizes that you could get. And like, why don't we do book in a bag anymore?
We do. They have a bag. It's like a reading bag, and they have their books in it. I never read, so I never got the personal pan pizzas. So nobody was making me read at home. Susie was not sitting down with me. She wasn't reading to me or listening to me. Babysitters were doing Coke and a rolled up dollar. I would never got
Goodbye.
But like my friends did.
Not Coke and a rolled up dollar.
They did, right in front of me.
How did your mom find these babysitters?
Usually at the bar.
Wait, so she would go to the bar and then just like make friends with these people and they would become your babysitter?
Yeah. Or it would be like, she was already at the bar. Yeah, she was already there. Or like she would have friends that had children that would be my babysitters, but they were the ones that were doing Coke.
I cannot. So, no wonder. Truly.
Yeah. No, it's so interesting to me because like last night I did not want to cook dinner at all. I was like, I don't want to do this. I have to read with Lux still. And so nights are hard. Nights are rough.
What was on the dinner menu last night?
Last night we just did chicken bacon Alfredo because it's super easy, and each kid will eat some variation of it, whether it's like sauce without the chicken and bacon, no sauce, a little bit of sauce, no bacon, more bacon. You know what I mean? Tonight I'm doing your Mississippi roast recipe. So I put that in the crock pot before we started recording.
Look at you being a fall crock pot girly.
Well, tonight we have soccer and tutoring. So I'm like, I'm not going to have the ability to come home and then cook. So I needed something already done.
I'm so proud of you. I was saying about my house was a disaster. So I had help cleaning the house yesterday because I cannot function in dysfunction. Like it causes my brain to do something bad. Like I cannot operate with like shit all over the house.
No, same. It's a direct state of like, if my house is in this much disarray, it's a direct reflection of what's going on up here. But your text yesterday while I was at the doctor getting my ADHD meds was so funny. I screenshotted it so I could put it in a carousel. I blurred out your name, obviously, because I'm not here to put you on blast, but I am here to put you on blast. So I texted Lindsie yesterday about going to my ADHD follow-up, and she literally responded and said, I need to get mine refilled. If I don't take it, I might start laundry and then be hanging from my roof in 5 minutes time. And I've never related to something so hard in my entire life.
It's like, I don't know what is wrong, like chemically with your brain and why you do that. But I swear to you, I will say something to Jackson like, hey, mom's going to go and take the trash to the road.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm outside and the trash has not made it to the road literally in 3 weeks, and I'll be picking weeds. Like, I'm not kidding.
No, to this morning. Okay, so Lincoln has to be to school by 7:50. Lux and Creed don't have to be to school until 8:25, but their schools are directly across the street. Not directly, like they're across the street from each other. So I have 30 minutes to kill. So a lot of times we'll drop Lincoln off at school, and then Lux, Creed, and myself will go to Wawa or Starbucks or something to kill the 30 minutes. This morning, they were like, can we go get bacon, egg, and cheese? So we go to Wawa. And I'm waiting by like the refrigerator section, like where like the energy drinks and coffees and stuff are. And I'm waiting there and I'm waiting there and I'm waiting there. And I go, I'm just waiting for Lincoln. And they're like, Lincoln's at school. And I was
hilarious.
Like, am I okay?
No. The answer is literally no. But speaking of like house stuff, if y'all want y'all's house to smell good, like this is the best combination. So do you use the Unstoppable beads?
For the laundry, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this makes your laundry smell so good. I'd never seen this scent before, but it's the Downy. It's called Comfy Cozy and Toasted Vanilla. I used to hate the smell of any like vanilla anything growing up, and now I love it so much. So my laundry, when it's going, it smells so good. And then I light this candle, and I need to like stock up on these. This is Bath and Body Works. It's called First Date. Bitch. Your house will be smelling like...
Okay, let me write that down. Actually, I'll just text it.
Bath and Body Works First Date. And then for your laundry, you need the Unstoppable Beads, Comfy Cozy, and Toasted Vanilla. I had never seen that scent before. And when I tell you, your house will smell like a hotel. You know how like hotels have like signature scents?
Yes.
Yeah. This is my signature scent for my house.
I can't tell you how many times I have deposited a check and it's never available right away. And it's so annoying. But that's why Chime understands that every dollar counts. You set up direct deposit through Chime. You get access to fee-free features like free overdraft coverage, getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposits and more. Learn more at chime.com/coffee.
Chime is banking done right. You guys can open a checking account with no monthly fees and no maintenance fees. You can get paid up to 2 days early when you set up direct deposit. With qualifying direct deposits, you're eligible for fee-free overdraft up to $200 on debit card purchases and cash withdrawals. To date, Chime has spotted members over 30 billion. You guys can open a checking account with no monthly fees and no maintenance fees, not to mention access to over 47,000 fee-free ATMs. That's more than the top 3 national banks combined. Work on your financial goals through Chime today. Open an account in 2 minutes at chime.com/coffee. That's chime.com/coffee. Chime feels like progress.
When I recently went to my appointment to switch my ADHD meds, the doctor was like, hey, like, what are we going to do about your weight and your weight loss? And I was like, I don't know, like, let me get back to you because I have told you guys time and time again about Row Body. And if you're thinking about GLP-1s for weight loss, but you don't know if they're right for you, Row makes it simple to find out and get started.
With Row, whether you're using insurance or paying cash, you can access FDA-approved GLP-1s at a competitive price. Plus, with insurance, GLP-1s could cost you as little as $50 a month. Row offers a suite of GLP-1s that are clinically proven to help you lose weight and keep it off. And that is just the beginning. Row members have support throughout the process through regular check-ins and unlimited provider messaging. Plus, you can see if you're eligible for treatment from the comfort of your own home. That means no waiting for in-person doctor's appointments, no commute to the doctor's office, and no waiting rooms. Go to row.co/coffee convos to see if you qualify. That's ro.co/coffee convos. Go to row.co/safety for black box warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications. RX required.
I need to give you an update on my sperm donor situation.
Okay.
So on Friday, my aunt called me on the way home from getting the kids from school and said that she calls him Glenn. He goes by Glenn Raymond, whatever, my sperm donor. He is now getting morphine every 4 hours.
Okay.
And hallucinating, and he's on hospice. at his home, like in his trailer, but they're going to move him to like a full-time facility to complete the hospice is what I'm from my understanding. So I decided so I answer her call and she's like, he might have like pictures or something, or maybe you want his like military flag, or like, there might be things that you're going to want or whatever. I can't imagine that there's actually stuff that I'm going to want because he wasn't around my whole life. So what could he possibly have? You know what I mean? But I'm going down there this week. Couldn't get a flight out tomorrow. So I'm going to go on Thursday, but I have to tell you, the more I sleep on it, the more I don't want to go, but like, I know I'll regret it kind of deal. So I'm going to go regardless. The differences in my kids' dad's responses. Are you fucking ready for this roller coaster?
I am ready because I already know that every response was likely different.
Okay.
Did you text these people?
A combo of text and email.
Okay.
And also my personal assistant, Kristen is executive. So it wasn't Kristen, it's my personal assistant, emailed some of them. Okay. One responded with, why are you the one telling me this? This is not your responsibility. Kail should be the one telling me this. The fact that Kail fought me, this is exactly why I said she shouldn't have this time. She can never handle the full schedule, the first 3 weekends, and she's not going to have them. This is bullshit. My response was, one of my parents is dying. I don't need to have any further conversations with you. In fact, I'm disgusted by your reply. So my assistant can handle conversations moving forward. Like, we don't need to have any contact. Mm-hmm. His response, all you want is fucking content. I stand by everything I said. But another parent said, if that's the case, I want to do school pickup instead of waiting until exchange time. And at first I was like, no, like I'm not changing to make it easy. Like, I'm not going to change the schedule and be all confused and fucked up. But then I was like, you know what? On second thought, I don't even feel like arguing. So go ahead, pick them up from school. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Another one said, I'm sorry to hear that. And that's totally fine. If you need anything, let me know. And then the other one said, sorry to hear that. That's fine with me. Just let me know the details.
So 2 were rather aligned.
One was
like pretty neutral. And then one was just rogue.
Flew off the handle. And it's just like, you are not better than me. And honestly, and I'm saying this because it could apply to any of the dads and myself, is like, you post your whole life online. So to sit here and say you just want content is like, okay, if I want to process my dad dying on the internet with strangers who grew up with me, I'll fucking do that if I want to.
And I mean, I think you are fully entitled to be able to make that choice if that's what you choose to do. Kristen and I were talking about this because I know that you've been so conflicted on what you want to do and how to navigate emotions and sometimes lack thereof emotion, just not knowing what to do. And I think that's such a natural place to be in. But Kristen and I both said collectively that we think that you would regret not going more than going, and never want you to have to look back and say to yourself, well, when I had the time, I should have done it.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that's, I might go there and maybe not have anything to say, but just basically like, maybe I want to calmly just tell him how I feel. I did see a video of someone like a T-page creator or whatever was like talking shit, saying like, I'm making this about me and I'm so fucking miserable. Why should I go make his death miserable? And I don't think that that's my intention. Yes, in the back of my mind, I would love to just tell him, fuck you, like you deserve to die alone because you left me. Of course, I'm going to have some of those feelings, whether I was 20 years old or 35 and 40 years old. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have all kinds of conflicting feelings. But like for a page to get on there and say like, I'm making his death about, like, I've had to live with the discomfort of him not being here for almost 35 years. Like, I just don't understand how someone could come to that conclusion. Of course, I'm going to be conflicted. Of course, I'm going to have not so nice feelings, but I also have feelings of like, maybe I need to go there and just forgive him and just basically like for myself, like, mm-hmm. I didn't need you. Like, yeah, I grew up fucked up and maybe more, I don't know. Maybe it was better that he wasn't there. I definitely think it beats a dad that's in and out.
I mean, do you feel like you have specific questions, like just outside of anger and outside of resentment that's built, I'm sure, over the years? Do you feel like you have any questions that you specifically want to ask him that you need closure from?
I think my number one question is like, why didn't he look for me? Like, why he didn't try harder? Because I do think, I remember when I met him, he had said, you know, maybe if he tried harder, or he said something along the lines of like, I knew you would come find me. Why did he put that burden and that responsibility on a child? Like, why did he not try harder? Why did he not, to me, why did you go back to Texas? Why did you not, knowing you had a child and there was no cell phones back then, why would you go back to Texas knowing that you had a child in Pennsylvania? And literally never, because if you ask me, had he been in the town and stayed in that town or nearby, he would have had, my mom would have eventually had to rely on him because she was leaving me home by myself far before I should have been. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, it almost, in my opinion, and I don't know that for sure, but like looking back, it's like my mom would have had to rely on him. So he would have had to be in the picture to some capacity. Why did you leave the state of Pennsylvania?
I mean, I think that's a great question to ask. And I'm sure there are abandonment wounds from that you have that you just haven't healed from. And I don't know if you ever will heal from those things fully, but I do feel like having the answers, whether it's an answer that you like or not, you can start the healing process on that. I wonder about your parents. Like, what was their relationship like that led them to him moving back to Texas or whatever?
My mom told me, and I don't know how true, how there's always three sides. However, I will say that pretty much everything my mom said was accurate. And I hate to admit that, but she was spot on. She said, to my knowledge, he was not keeping a job, not like working or doing anything like that. And so, whenever they split, according to my mom, she was working and my dad like couldn't keep a job, wasn't going to work, wasn't putting in any efforts. And so he took me to Texas. His whole family's from Texas, born and raised. Like my mom met him on a farm or a ranch or whatever. He tried to take me to Texas and kept me there for some time. And my aunt got approval to raise me and at her house because she owned a home and had bedrooms and like was whatever going to do it on behalf of my dad. And my dad admitted to all of that. My dad admitted to kidnapping me and the whole nine. But to your point, like, one, why did they go back to Pennsylvania where my mom was from? And two, why did my dad leave Pennsylvania to go back where he was from? And why couldn't they, like, my mom didn't even send me with him for summers. Like, you couldn't even send me with him for this summer?
I just wonder if he would be able to give you answers that obviously you feel like she's told you the truth about some stuff, but like, does he have a different perspective? Because it's like you're saying there's always like two sides of the story and then the truth lies somewhere in the middle. It would just be interesting to have some of those answers. And I think it would be very good for you for a healing process, because even when you think that it doesn't affect your life, it does.
Yeah. I'll be curious to see like what he looks like and, you know, how he's feeling. My aunt said he has his moments, but he does hallucinate.
I don't know why.
I think because of the morphine, if I had to guess. They're giving it to him every 4 hours. I mean, it was pretty quick from the first time I found out until now. I mean, that's not a whole lot of time. And so I asked her, I said, should I come down sooner, or do you think I have time to come? Like, because I had time blocked off later on. And she was like, I think the sooner the better. And so I was trying to plan it so that I wasn't going to have like Lincoln and Lux and Creed, but there was just no way to determine, because truthfully, there's a long weekend in October and then there's like fall break for Thanksgiving in November. I could have gone then, but we don't know if he's going to be here by then.
No, I think you're making the right decision to go this week and to take the time. I told you yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, that I don't think that you need to go with like a full plan. Like, don't overthink it and just do what feels right when you get there and you're in that environment, because I think that those emotions are going to come and that's just inevitable. Does your dad have any type of different relationship? I know that y'all don't have any relationship at all, but with your sister, like, was that a different situation with her than what it was with you?
From what I understand, my dad left my sister when she was 5 or 6. So he stayed with her a lot longer than with me. I don't know that my sister's mom and our dad were married. I don't know if they were just together or married, but she cut him out around 5 or 6 to my knowledge. I don't know if that was like my sister's mom's choice or if it was my dad's decision. I don't know. They have not had any contact to my knowledge, my dad and my sister, since she was 5 or 6. But she has a memory of him at her birthday party, at one of her birthday parties, which is interesting. But I also like want to be there for my sister because her mom passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like, I know that she didn't have a relationship with our dad, but it's still like, I get the feeling of like orphan-ish. Like, yeah, I know we're adults now, but it's still like such a weird, complicated grief situation. So she said that if I go see him, she's going to go. They live in the same town and always have. They live in the same. Yeah.
And then just like never had anything to do with each other.
Nothing.
That's so interesting to me. How old were you whenever your parents split?
6 months.
So you were a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And then he took you with him to Texas.
Yeah. And my mom had to like go through the court system to find me. I think she said that somebody gave her, I think she said someone gave her money to get on a flight. My mom has always been a partier, so she didn't have money. Got on a flight. And then to my knowledge, my mom's story was that taxis were a thing back then. So she had gotten a taxi from the airport to, I guess they located me in the hospital with pneumonia, which my dad also confirmed and my aunt confirmed. And my aunt got mad at my dad because she was like, what the fuck are you doing? Mm-hmm. And I guess my mom said she like gave the cab driver money and was like, can you wait for me? I'm just going to go grab my daughter. So like didn't have a car seat, didn't have anything, brought me out of the hospital with pneumonia. My mom didn't make a good decision there either, because truly she should have left me there until I was better and stayed with me, but whatever. We'll see how it goes.
This podcast is sponsored by Nurture Life. Lindsie, does Jackson have the same problem of being so busy that you're like, what are we going to eat, and not having a ton of time to cook?
Absolutely. We have that problem multiple nights a week, and that is where Nurture Life comes in. It has been such a savior in our home.
I absolutely love it. I first started with the twins, giving them Nurture Life meals, and I'm not going to feed my kids something that I'm not going to eat. So I tried the little breakfast one. They were little French toast sticks for Verse, and I was like, this is so good. And then Valley will eat anything. Even the vegetables were good.
I love that so much. Nurture Life, if you've never heard of it, is a meal delivery service that makes nutritious meals and snacks that your kids actually want to eat while giving the parents the support that they need to. Nurture Life's whole menu is perfect for kids ages 10 months to 10 years old, and their fresh meals and snacks are delicious, nutritious, and fully cooked. So that means that they're ready to serve in just 1 minute. I have said this before. I don't know if I've ever said it to you, but if you have not tried the Nurture Life spaghetti and meatballs, it is so amazing. I've actually had it for lunch multiple times.
I love that. And spaghetti and meatballs is just a staple in general. Nurture Life is raising the standard for children's food in the United States, one meal and snack at a time. All of their meals and snacks are designed by registered dietitians. So I know we're serving our kids food that's good for them. Head to nurturelife.com/combos and use code combos for 55% off your first order plus free shipping. That's right, 55% off plus free shipping. Once again, that's nurturelife.com/combos, and make sure you use our promo code combos. Even if you aren't a parent with young kids, you might have a parent friend who will struggle with mealtime. Make sure you share our code so they know that our show gets credit, and put your little ones first with healthy meals from Nurture Life.
Know that your dad's dying, or you don't?
Well, that's the other thing. I'm like, does somebody tell Susie, or do we just not? Because all she'll say is like, good, the bastard deserves to die. That's what she's going to say. But like, does somebody tell her, or do we just like let her live however she's living?
I mean, how do you feel?
She blocked me on Facebook, so I don't know.
Blocked you?
Yeah, I like checked from Alessandra's Facebook, and she's comes up, but when I check, she blocked me.
Why would she block you? Because you call her Boozy Susie?
Probably. I wonder if people have called her that. That's her fucking name on there. She literally says in her bio on Facebook that she's my mom. So like, how are you going to block me? Maybe it was her husband.
Wait, in her bio on her Facebook says that she's like Kail and Lowry's mom?
Yes.
How are you going to block somebody and then put that in your bio for clout?
Listen, First of all, I need to know if people recognize her. Like, does she ever see people? I'm embarrassed. Like, I'm like.
That one time we were trying to find her and I called like that Great Clips to see if she worked there.
Wait, and what did they say?
That she had worked there, that she was like a manager or something there.
I don't remember.
Remember that?
No.
This was like years ago when we were on.
You called?
Yeah, I called Great Clips.
She was a manager at Great Clips.
Yeah. And I'm like, can you imagine Susie out there like cutting somebody's hair?
I tried literally to get her arrested because she was cutting people while under the influence.
Wait, did she cut your hair when you were growing up?
Yes, she would cut my hair. She thought that what is it about addicts that are like, they literally think that they have everybody fooled? Like, what makes you think that your daughter that you live with at the time could not determine that you have been drinking? Like, do they think that it doesn't seep out of their fucking pores? Do they think I could tell when talking on the phone to my mom, I could tell if she's fucked up or not. And
okay,
she gets like,
need to know, was she the one who cut the bangs on you?
Yes. She cut the bangs.
You?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I am Susie's worst nightmare. I grew up to be nothing like my mom wanted the girliest girl daughter, skinny, blonde hair, blue eye. Like my mom wanted herself in a little child. She procreated with the wrong man for that. Okay. My dad is short and thick, and I don't know what she was thinking. But if she wanted a very girly, dainty, cute, petite daughter, she bred with the wrong one.
What's so interesting, when I've seen you and your sister in person, I feel like you can definitely tell that you have like one parent that's the same.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't think that either of you necessarily look like your dad. Does that make sense?
I am a carbon copy of Raymond Glenn.
You think you look like Roadkill Ray?
Yeah.
Like, what about you do you think looks like him? Because I see nothing.
There's a scene from Teen Mom that the trolls have put side by side with Raymond Glenn, where I literally look like him without a mustache. Like, it's bad.
Like, what?
Let me see if I can find it, because it's so bad.
I kind of feel like, and you might not want to hear it, but I kind of feel like you look like Susie.
I wish I looked like Susie. Look
Susie's
at this.
A cute little cat.
It's so bad. Why are they doing me like this?
Like, let me see it.
Ew, why would they? Oh, here, I'm going to send it to you.
First of all, how did you find it that fast? That's what I want to know.
I Googled Kail and her dad. Here, I'm going to send it to Coffee Combos group chat so we can all laugh. This is so embarrassing. Actually, like, Raymond, this is why I had to get my double chin removed, okay?
Hold on. Kail, first of all. Okay, you know what? Come to think of it, you do kind of look like Roadkill Ray. Yeah. And why? Okay, can I ask you this?
Mm-hmm.
Why does your dad go by Ray like to some people and then like Glenn in another time?
I think it's like Elliot, how he goes by, like a lot of people know. I just sent you a picture of how he looked when my mom was with him, because he did look a little better. I think it's like Elliot. Like, some people just know him as Isaac and he'll always be Isaac to them. But then certain people, like when he started at his new high school in 9th grade, he started going by Elliot before he ever told me. So I think that some people know him as Elliot and some people know him as Isaac. Same for me. Like, my childhood people call me Kaylin. So I think for Glenn, and I started calling him Glenn, like his family and growing up and stuff, he was Glenn. Mm-hmm. But to like me, my sister, and like people like my mom, he was Ray or Raymond.
Kail, these photos, like, you really do look like your dad.
Yeah, I know.
That is so ugly. Crazy. Do you think that he is aware that you're coming to see him?
No, I don't.
Like, his sister didn't tell him?
Maybe she did. Maybe she has told him.
Has she said, like, he wants you to, or like he doesn't, or you don't know?
I'm going to ask. Actually, I'll message my aunt right now and just say, like, hey, does Glenn know I'm coming? Are we going to tell him?
I mean,
does Glenn know?
I guess for me, like, how do you just show up, you know? Like what do you do when you get there?
I just asked. I text my aunt and I said, well, I messaged her on Facebook. Does Glenn know I'm going to come there? Do we tell him or just show up?
I mean, do you think that he's in a state that he would even know if you were there or not? Or you don't know?
She said he has his moments, so I don't know exactly, but we're going to find out. I don't know what it is. The more that time goes on, I don't want to go. Like, I'm like, and I don't know if it's because I have so many responsibilities here that it's like, I don't want to abandon my children here that need me in real time, in real life for the next 7 days, compared with like this person that I'm half of, but had nothing to do with me. Like, does he deserve my time and my kids have me away from them when I am active in their lives and he was never active in my, like, that's where I'm struggling right now.
But I think you have to look at it like you are so active in your kids' lives and you see them pretty much every day. And 7 days in the grand scheme of time, it probably feels like a long time, but it's really not. And is it worth you possibly living with the regret, or is it worth you possibly living with the regret to not leave home?
I'll be honest, I really think it's how I'm being talked to and the things that are being said to me about it by one or two of the dads that's really fucking with me, because it's like, on one hand, I feel secure in my motherhood. I feel like I have every right to go there, but then on the other hand, it's like, is he right? Like, can I not handle
go through that though with the dads? I think anytime that there is something that is said that plays on your heartstrings, then you always second guess everything.
I just don't talk to any of the dads that way. Like, I understand there are several creators right now circulating a video of me saying that I am the problem. When am I going to admit that I'm the problem? I'm the problem. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. I get it. I hear you. I'm the problem. It's fine. That being said, I don't talk to the dads the way that one of them spoke to me. I don't talk to him like that ever. Not even when I'm mad do I talk to him like that. So the low blows, the shots that are sort of irrelevant, that have nothing to do with the situation. Like, I literally said, this is not a work obligation. One of my parents is dying. And like, he doesn't like, I don't expect you to care, but like, what if one of your parents was dying? Then what?
Well, I think it's just unfair for it to be said. I don't know exactly how it was said, but for it to be said that you don't have a relationship with your parents, so you basically
they didn't say that to me. They didn't say that to me. I just know that that's something that they have said in the past, was like, it's not actually 3 out of 4 of them have told me it's not my fault you don't have a family.
Yeah. And I think that is just so completely insensitive. And I just don't think that you should listen to it. I think you should do what you feel is right in your heart, and that just be it.
Well, I told him, do not ask me for flexibility again. Do not ask me for a single favor. Do not ask me for flexibility. Do not ask me. Whatever is in the agreement is what we are following. I will not, because you don't get to speak to me that way and then ask for a favor in the same email thread.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in the same thread, you don't get to ask me for a favor after speaking to me that way. So we'll see how it goes. That's on boundaries. That's on therapy. That's allegedly not working.
A lot of people, they don't like boundaries when you set them.
No, they don't.
It doesn't benefit them.
I stopped responding. I was like, I'm not doing this. Not doing it.
That was a good call. You'll have to keep us updated on everything. And, you choose to take videos and whatever for you to be able to have them. Or like you said, this has been a journey that you have been on publicly for essentially your whole adult life. It's not up to somebody else to decide how you choose to navigate the situation or to grieve.
That's true. That's a good point. Anyways, we can move on.
Fall is in full swing, and it's the perfect time to refresh your wardrobe with pieces that feel as good as they look. And luckily, Quince makes it easy to look polished, stay warm, and save big without compromising on quality.
Quince has all the elevated essentials for fall. Think 100% Mongolian cashmere from $50, washable silk tops and shirts, and perfectly tailored denim, all at the price that feels too good to be true. I have so many Quince essentials for fall. I love them, and I get so many compliments on my sweaters. I am actually eyeing one of their wool coats. They look designer level, but cost a fraction of the price. And the quality is just as good, if not better. By partnering with ethical top-tiered factories and cutting out the middleman, Quince cuts out the middleman to deliver luxury quality pieces at half the price of similar brands. It's kind of a wardrobe upgrade that feels smart, stylish, and effortless. So if you guys have not checked out Quince, they have so many different categories that I shop from, and it is one of my all-time go-tos.
I love that. And you guys can keep it classy and cozy this fall with long-lasting staples from Quince. Go to quince.com/coffee for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/coffee to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/coffee.
Completely outside of that, I saw this article on the New York Post, and I need to know what you think about this. It says, widow has late husband's tattoo cut from his corpse, framed as a cool tribute. It does so much more than a picture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's a good idea?
You know what? To each their own. For me, I'm going to take a picture and frame the picture. But I also did want my tubes to keep, like the tubes that I had taken out. I wanted to keep them. They didn't let me. So like, I do understand like the thought process behind it. But I think at the point that like it's flesh, like you have rotting flesh in a frame or like a picture, like a shadow box, like a picture would have.
It basically looks like a shadow box.
Yeah, like for me, I'm thinking just take a picture of it and be done because that's a bit much for me.
So it says it was his first sleeve tattoo. It was one of his favorites and one of their son's favorites. And the mother let the child make the final call. It says after the funeral, she used a marker to outline the exact tattoo that they wanted to preserve on his right arm. The mortician then carefully removed the skin, placed it in a special preservation kit provided by the Ohio-based company Save My Ink Forever and sent it off before the body was cremated. Preservation process took around 90 days. And when the company returned the frame tattoo encased in glass and set in a dark wooden frame, the moment was overwhelming to them. So evidently, this is like an actual company that does this. These aren't the only people that have ever done this. I've just never heard of it. Like, could you imagine you dying and then your kids like taking just their favorite tattoo off of your body?
The more you read and me understanding that this is a company that did it and they didn't just like makeshift throw it in a box, it's like rotting flesh. It's kind of comforting. Like the son's favorite tattoo. Like I have my kids' names tattooed on me. I have to get Rio Verse and Valley still, but I have a Bumblebee for Verse right now. Like if they did this and it's through a company and it's like a preservation situation, like that's kind of cute now that I think about it. Like I could picture like haunting my children and they're having their favorite tattoo of mine like hanging on their wall. Like I love that.
I would love to know what other people think about this because the way I would never do this.
Let me text Elliot.
It does look pretty cool. And I do think that the idea is pretty like artsy fartsy and like a cool memory. But at the same time, I don't know, like knowing that it's flesh in a picture frame, I just don't think that I could get over it. I would lose sleep over this at night.
I want to see a picture of it. Oh, how do I zoom in?
Do you see it?
What? You can't even tell that that's flesh.
I know. I mean, I think it's interesting, but like what tattoo do you think that you have that one of your kids, if they chose to do it, that they would take?
Their name.
They would take their name off your body?
I think so. I think they would take their name or like Verse could take the Bumblebee or like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't know. I would love to know what people's answers are here.
I also would love to know. We have another listener submission. This person says, my son came home from school and told me he's going to have a substitute for 3 months. He is a third grader. We are on week 3 of the new school year. He's saying his teacher quit. This was her first year at the school. now I know kids misunderstanding things. So that may be it. I will get clarity. But I say all this to say last year, his teacher also quit when he was a second grader halfway through the school year. And if this happens again this year, I feel like I have a right to raise concerns. I am aware of the teachers quitting. They're leaving the classroom for all types of reasons. But has anyone else had experience with this? I guess I'm just concerned because this will be the year that he's going to start state testing. And I worry he may not be learning everything to be successful. Today is open house, and I'm wondering if I can speak with the principal about this. Any insight is helpful.
The testing thing, that's not even mandatory, and those are more for the schools than it is for the kid. It doesn't mean anything, in my opinion. What do you want? What would you want to see happen?
I mean, okay, so there was a teacher last year on the 5th grade hall, and this male teacher took paternity leave when his wife had the baby. And I think it was like 6 or 8 weeks of time, something like that. And the parents were like livid pissed.
Why though?
And I think that people have to understand that like teachers are real people too, and they have real lives outside of the classroom. And you don't know what might be going on. So I think that I wouldn't say anything if my child had like what do they call that, long-term sub?
Yeah.
Like if my child was given a long-term sub, I would hope and trust that the school had vetted that person and that they were capable of being able to do that job on a long-term. It's not like the teacher calls out sick and then you just have a sub and it might just be somebody there to essentially babysit the class. I don't think that is the situation of what's going on.
I want to say it was Lincoln that this happened to during COVID. He was in kindergarten. No, it couldn't have been. It was 1st grade. I want to say it was 1st grade for him. One of the kids during COVID, when we were like homeschooling and it was, already like chaotic. And then I think the teacher either was on a long-term leave or something like that. And it was just at that time, it was more like, okay, well, that's fine. But like, I just want to make sure that I'm getting whatever needs to be done. I want to say it was Lincoln's 1st grade, if I remember correctly. Either Lincoln or...
Is Lincoln in 6th grade right now?
Lincoln's in 6th grade. So it's either Lincoln or Lux. I can't remember. Yeah. And it was just something along the lines of like, she was on, maybe it was like FML. I don't know what it was and I don't care. But like, I have no business flipping out. Like life happens. And I think that so often like parents specifically get so bent out of shape. And it's like, what is the solution here?
I'm on the same page as you. Like, I would absolutely not be upset. Now, if there were issues that were presented later after the sub had like started and there was like chaos that was going on, I think that's at the point that you can bring up concern. But like off the bat, I don't think that that's appropriate.
Like you're not even giving her or him a chance to fuck up. Like you're literally like, it's not like there's communications issues. It's just, whatever. But that's so annoying.
And to my understanding, like with a long-term sub position, I think the credentials that you have to take a long-term sub position is different than like a daily sub.
Oh, really?
That's to my understanding. I was talking to somebody about it, like the teacher that stepped in that situation that I was talking about in 5th grade. She was an actual teacher and now has a teaching job at the school.
So I don't think they have that here because we have such a sub shortage. I don't think like you don't have to have a degree. You don't have to have, I don't know about long-term sub though. So long-term, you might have to have like teaching credentials or something. I don't know. Or like applying for, I don't know.
Outside of that, did you see that article? I think it was on People magazine we talk about weddings like a lot. I'll be interested to see what the feedback is about the last conversation that you and I had about, getting married or engaged.
Oh yeah.
I still haven't seen any of the feedback on that situation. And I wonder if people think that we're crazy, but this was about a bridesmaid wanting to bail on the wedding after a bride asked her to not be in the wedding photos. How do you feel about that?
Like all of the bridesmaids collectively or just that specific one?
So it says a bridesmaid is considering bailing on her friend's wedding after the bride told her that she didn't want her to be in the official wedding photos. The woman said she's quite upset by the request and is now wondering if she should make an excuse to not go. She shared this story on Reddit in order to get input from others and the best way to navigate the situation. She detailed her story on the forum, Am I the Asshole? And she said, I was looking forward to it. We have been friends for over 20 years and never had any problems before. However, she said that the bride texted late last night and requested that she stay out of the photos, claiming that her tattoos might ruin them. She said, for context, I have a full sleeve that would be visible in the dress, but all the bridesmaids and the bride will also have visible tattoos. Mine are larger, though.
Why even ask her to be a bridesmaid then?
That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Why even ask her to be a bridesmaid? You knew that. Or why not pick a dress that she can have long sleeves? Because that's, for me, I'm going to a wedding in a couple months, and I was specifically looking for a romper instead of a dress. There are options, and I know it's more common now to do the same color dress but different styles, or same color dress but maybe one has a one shoulder sleeve situation, one has long sleeves, one has strapless. There are ways to go about this. Also, you can position her in pictures that would maybe hide her arm. Why even ask her?
Disrespectful, period. I think that requesting that she wear a dress to cover her tattoos is also disrespectful. If you don't want the person that you have known for 20 years, if that's the case of this situation, that you have been friends with for 20 years in your wedding photos because she has tattoos, you need to reevaluate your priorities and figure out why you feel that way. Because it would never be in a world, if I got married and I was like, hey, Kail, you're going to be in my wedding, would you not be so offended if I sent you pictures or options of dresses, and the intent with the options of the dresses would be to cover up who you are?
No, I wouldn't be offended.
I would be offended if somebody
did you texted me and you're like, Kail, I really want you to be a bridesmaid, but I want you to wear long sleeves, I would say okay. Because
would you be offended? I mean, you don't have tattoos, but I'm just saying, do you think that that's offensive?
I mean, I just feel like if aesthetic is something that you're going for, then know who you're asking, or do exactly what Kail is saying and do it in a different, make sure that it works for the person you're asking. You don't ask them, then decide you want it to be a certain aesthetic, that your friend doesn't fit that aesthetic, and then basically essentially kick her out of photos, but still want her to show up to all the things, pay for all the things. That's asinine.
Y'all know that we love Wayfair, and Lindsie is coming to visit me in Delaware. I got a whole little room set up from Wayfair. I'm obsessed. And as your trusted destination of all things home, Wayfair's got everything you need to cozyfy your space this fall. From comfy recliners to warm bedding and autumn decor, Wayfair even has espresso makers so you can make that latte at home. You know the one.
I absolutely love everything from Wayfair. I've actually been on their site looking for an outdoor dining set so we can start having, some fall little cozy dinners outside after we grill. But they have everything from bedding, bath basics, seasonal home decor, storage for every space, kitchen essentials, work from home, study setups, living room refresh. There is literally something for every style and every home, no matter your space or budget. Wayfair makes it easy to tackle your home goals with room ideas and curated collections. They have free and easy delivery, even on the big stuff, so no more huge delivery fees for furniture. And there is no need to shop at multiple stores. They have furniture, decor, appliances, cookware, all in one place. Cozyfy your space with Wayfair's curated collection of easy, affordable fall updates, from comfy recliners to cozy bedding and autumn decor. Find it all for way less at wayfair.com. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home.
But coming from this specific conversation, Lindsie, I know what your aesthetic is. I know. So if you ask me I would automatically think, without you even telling me, I need to look for, even just to be a guest at your wedding, I would literally automatically, I would be like, I'm going to cover my tattoos. But I also not everyone can be like that. You know what I'm saying? One of the wedding that I'm going to in November, she asked me what are you wearing? And I want to be very mindful that she might not like my tattoos. And I said that to one of our friends. I was like, I want to make sure that I'm covering up because I don't know. Meanwhile, I put Kail in a strapless dress. Kristen didn't give a fuck. She knew I had tattoos when she asked me. She didn't give a fuck, and I wore a strapless dress. Like, whatever. You have to know the friendship, and you have to know the person. Like, if you tell me after the fact, and I've already committed to all this stuff, and I've paid for stuff, and I got my dress, and then you tell me after the fact, I'm going to be annoyed. But it's not like just to be a guest at your wedding, Lindsie, I would literally cover my tattoos. Like, I would be, whether it's with makeup or a dress or long sleeves or whatever, like, I just know that is your aesthetic and it doesn't hurt my feelings. Like, I truly don't even give a fuck.
My little tiny tattoos, I wouldn't cover those up at my own wedding.
Well, no, they're tiny. Let's see what Elliot said about, Elliot said yes. I said, would you want to save your favorite tattoo on me in a shadow box after I die? And he said yes.
I think that this is just asinine.
But yeah, to your point, like, I would love to hear what people have to say about this because I think it's going to be so mixed. I also like go back and forth with even having bridesmaids at all if I get married again. Like, do I even want anyone to stand up next to me? Because I don't talk to a single person that stood next to me at my first wedding. And I would like to think that getting married another time, I will have the people that have been in my life for a long time and they will forever be in my life. But I also am like, one, I don't want to put the expense on somebody else to like do all of this. And also like, my people know who they are and I don't necessarily need them to stand next to me at a wedding.
It's interesting that you brought that up because I don't think that I would have bridesmaids if I got married either.
Yeah.
Because the people that I would be inviting, all of those people would probably be bridesmaids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It would be so select and like limited for the people that I would want there that it wouldn't make sense for everybody to be standing by me.
I love the rule. And I think we talked about this last time, but it was like a TikTok that I saw recently. It was like, if I would not FaceTime this person or randomly, or if I would not call them to go to coffee, they don't need to be at the wedding. And that is at 33 years old. That's how I feel.
I also feel that way. I'm also just like so conflicted about a wedding period.
But then
like,
I also
don't like weddings and I don't like funerals.
I don't like to get dressed up like red carpet type style or like formal. So I don't love that. I'm getting used to it. I just did 3 try-on hauls for like this wedding because like this is the first wedding that I have been to in a long time. I haven't worn a dress since I think 2016. So it's been 10 years since I've worn a dress. I'm trying to find like a wedding appropriate outfit that is a romper. So it's not a fun time for me to get dressed up with my body type, my body style, my style in general. Like, it's just like hard for me. You can literally wear anything.
Yeah, but it's hard too. Like, it's just a different kind of hard because sometimes I feel like I get lost in stuff because I'm so small.
Okay.
So it's like, I oftentimes feel like, am I wearing the dress or is the dress wearing me?
Okay. I can see that.
I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that. What do you do at a wedding that your date is in the wedding and you don't know anyone at the wedding? What do? You
better learn how to make friends.
Because that's what's happening. Is that I know nobody while my date is doing like wedding party things. What do I do? Do I just go to the wedding late? Like, do I show up by myself like late?
I think you show up at the time of the wedding.
That's what I mean. Don't go early for like any like don't go at the same time as my date. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think we're going to get a hotel. And then I was like, what do I even do? Because like, I don't want to be up the bride's ass. Like, I know the bride, obviously. I know the groom, obviously. But I don't want to be like basically falling around the bride because she has like her own stuff on her huge day. Like, I don't want to bother her. So Kristen said, or be like me and stay home. See, that's what I had said. But then it was declined. Like, that was not an option.
That was not the plan.
No. So
you were going to said wedding.
I've done it.
I have done it every
No, but like that makes sense to me. Like, I don't want to hinder anybody's time. Like, if you want to go to this wedding and have a great time, go with like by all means.
Wait, I have to tell you this story about this wedding. So one of my friends, Heather, she had gotten married. I think it's been close to 2 years now. And we had to travel for this wedding. This was when I was with Trent. And there is something like I can't even describe like the feelings of a wedding. I was in the wedding. He wasn't, he was just a guest, but he hung out with all the guys ahead of the wedding and it was such a good time. But I honestly thought that we were going to get married when we left there.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like a weird, you know what I'm saying? Like
Wait.
you're around the environment.
Yes. And you're like, I'm going to get engaged and get married.
Yeah.
Alex Cooper was just talking about that on Call Her Daddy. She was talking about how like partners will be in these long-term committed relationships for like 3, 4, 5 years. And like they talked about being engaged at one point, they go to an engagement and it's now awkward because you just watched this couple get engaged or get married or whatever. And you're with someone who you've been with for 3 or 4 years and you guys haven't had this conversation about getting engaged or anything in like 2.5 years. And it's like, what is going on? I'm not going to be with someone like that. And like, I understand that not everyone's going to be, on board with what I'm saying. But like, if I then go to a wedding and it doesn't come up by either of us and we're looking at each other and it's awkward, we don't need to be in this. Why are we still doing this? Like who are we? What are we trying to do? What is the end goal here? Like, are we not aligned on getting married? Are we doing a long engagement? Are we not like, she had such a good point. It was so valid. It's like, one, if you can't have the conversations with your partner after that and it's awkward, you don't need to be with that person. But 2, like the fact that it's not coming up in general after 4 years, 5 years, like what is the purpose?
And don't you feel like when people are in those situations where it's like, okay, you're attending, let's say you've been with somebody for like 3 years and then you're attending an engagement party or something that they've been together like 12 months. Do you not feel like resentment starts setting in?
It has to. Like,
it has to.
And like, this doesn't apply to people who are like, I don't want to get married, because that is being very honest and just honest with yourself, honest with your partner. Like, I don't want to get married. I want to be in I want a lifelong companion, but I don't want to get married. Those are very different conversations. That's not what I'm saying. There are people who are in a relationship where they are not on the same page. So one of them wants to get married and wants to be having these conversations, and the other person is doing nothing to make that happen and actually don't want to get married, or they're waiting for the next best date. Like, no, I would be so devastated if I was in a relationship for 5, 6, 7, 8 years and go to an engagement party or a wedding party, like a wedding, and we are not having those conversations.
I know. I feel like the level of resentment there, I'm just telling you flat out, I said it before. If we can't have those serious conversations and I find at any point we're on a different page, then turn it.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean? Because like, why are we're too fucking grown for this.
Yeah. Like, let's have honest conversations and stand on business.
Stand on business. Remember when you said, play with your pussy, not me?
Yeah. Play with your pussy, not me. Okay. Sending something here we just had written in. So somebody wrote this in. Hey, love the show and listen every Thursday. Opinions. Do you think it's tacky for someone to ask to borrow a dress from your closet to wear to your wedding? I have a friend who asked if she could borrow one of my dresses to wear to my wedding. It didn't sit well with me. Oh. Are you super close with this person? Because if you're super close, I would say it's not weird. But if you're not close with them, 1, why are they going to the wedding? And 2, why would they ask you for a dress? I personally don't think that's weird.
I don't think it's weird. Like, I mean, I have friends shop in my closet all the time for various different things. And I mean, if it was for my wedding, then I would kind of be flattered by that, number 1. And number 2, I'm like, well, I know I'm going to like what they're wearing because it was mine.
Yeah, literally. It's like, okay, I like it. So here you go. Yeah, that doesn't bother me. If you're not close, I would say that might be weird. But also, if you're not close, they shouldn't be going to your wedding. So
that's also true. I've had friends like shop in my closet for, like they were going to like an engagement party or a wedding or a baby shower, like a bridal shower. And they're like, hey, can I borrow that one dress that you have? Like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have dresses, but like if someone wanted to wear one of my... Yeah. I don't care. Just return it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just not like a stingy bitch. I mean, there are things that I'm stingy about, but like...
Well, I'm stingy about... Okay, so I'm looking at them now, 11 Labubus.
Wait, what?
Labubus.
Why do you have 11?
Because I'm obsessed with them. Like, I can't stop. So anyways, I had 2 doubles. Okay. I'll give the doubles away. And actually I had 3 doubles. So I gave one to pop up. I call him my dad. He's not my dad. Y'all know this feel, whatever. He has a daughter. I gave one to her. And then I had the double. Fine.
Okay.
Gave one to Emily's daughter. Had the double. Fine. Have another double. And Rebecca, who's my personal assistant, was like, she called them bookshelf trolls. And I was fucking crying because I have them on my bookshelf. And she was like, do you have any extras that you can give to my daughter? And so I want to give her one of them, but I'm waiting for another shipment. I can't give that one away until I get my next shipment. And my friend.
Your next shipment.
So my friend Tony, what the fuck are you talking about? Kristen's having a fucking crash. She's crashing out right now. So I have a pink one that I can give her. But I need to see what's in my next shipment first, because I also need to give one to Sterling's daughter, Mila. But what's happening is my friend Tony is buying them, and then she's getting doubles, and I'm buying the doubles from her because I'm not sitting on these apps and waiting for them to like do this like situation and lottery, and you might get them, you might not. I don't have time for that. So Tony is doing it, and then I'm buying the doubles from her. But long story short, what am I going to do with these Labubus? I don't know. I need medication. So I'm going to go pick up my ADHD meds today so I can stop hyperfixating. I'm going to send you a picture of my bookshelf trolls.
Kristen said, why are they dropping new ones like it's an iPhone release? Like,
no, but it's the best. Like, they're so cute. Some of them have gold front teeth. Some of them don't.
But like, why? I just don't understand like the Labubu thing. Like, I see like Lafufus at the gas station. I've talked about it before. And they're like $19.99. Like, I would probably buy like one of those knockoffs just to like say I had a Lafufu. But the Labubu thing is like crazy. And the amount of money that people spend and the amount of time to like track these things down is insane.
It's like,
and like, what are you doing with them?
Well, look at your phone and you'll see.
But Kail, that's not doing anything with them.
No, I love them.
Like, it does look like bookshelf trolls. Kail, do your kids play with these?
No, they were mortified.
I mean, some of them are like kind of cute.
I think the blue one and the green one are right.
Like, why does it look like clutter?
No, they don't. And I'm going to put one on my bag, but I only want to put doubles on my bag because the doubles are.
How do you put them on your bag? Are they like keychains?
They're keychains. Behind their ears, they have a little clip.
Okay. Well, I really like, if I was going to have one of these, I really like the gray one.
The gray one's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's very ugly, and that's probably why I like it.
So cute. Yeah. They kind of look like French bulldogs.
I'm trying to see which one you have the duplicate of.
No, I don't have the duplicates on the shelf. I don't put the duplicates on the shelf.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't understand this kind of stuff. Like, I'm
healing inner Kail right now because I wanted a Furby so bad. I wanted Tamagotchis. I wanted a Game Boy. I am healing inner Kail because my mom would have never. So, and like my kids actually, they don't care about these or fugglers or anything. They don't give a shit. But like fugglers are worse. If you think Labubus are bad, this is a fuggler, and Elliot has one, and I'm like, these are disgusting. Like, you cannot sit here and tell me.
Wait, what is that? Ew.
These are.
Where do you get that? Like Hot Topics?
Place? Maybe, or Pop Mart.
Kill.
No, those are hideous. Like, those are. I will never get those.
This is literally insane. Like, this is insane. And honestly, your collection is like a bit out of control. How many more do you have coming?
10.
Wait, what?
They have new drops. Like, they have different, like, there's like big energy. There's like different levels. So let me read you what they have. They have like, so big into energy ones, and then you have the have a seat Labubus. Those are a different drop than the big into energy ones.
Okay.
So there's like different drops, and like some of them have like the gold front tooth, and some of them just have regular white teeth. So there's like different drops. You don't know
which ones you're getting until you get them?
No, I think you know what theme they are, but you don't know which one. So you have to open the box.
So it's like a prize.
Like a McDonald's toy. Yeah.
Wow. On that note, we need to do foul play.
Okay, fine.
This is crazy.
Okay.
A fucking Labubu. Oh
I'm obsessed. So I can't even. Okay. And I'll give them away at some point. Okay. I can't believe I'm about to share this. Please keep me anonymous. Kail, this one's for you. For some backstory, I have IBS. So one day I had been waiting in the parent pickup line for a half hour and I started to get the gurgles. If you know, you know, which I do. Got my kids and started the 3/10 of a mile drive home. Yes, this close, so no bus and too busy for them to walk. So I'm approaching the busy intersection. My stomach is cramping and I need to go now. The light, longest light ever, turns red. No, I would have shit myself right then and there. I started to sweat and knew I couldn't hold it. I texted my husband to unlock the door so I could go shuffle. Oh, so I could do the shit shuffle inside. But it got the best of me, and despite my better judgment, I grabbed a styrofoam takeout container and pulled my pants down enough to, my kids had no idea that this was happening. The light finally turned green, and I drove the rest of the way home with a takeout container on my ass. Yes, I shit in a takeout container. When we got home, my husband came outside, and as I stepped out of the car with a takeout container on my ass, hobbling inside, my husband had a look of horror on his face and burst into laughter. Needless to say, he will never let me live this down, and my kids still have no idea it happened in the car that day. Thanks for the amazing podcast. You keep my rides to work fun. The amount of times that I've called Elijah basically like that, I will drive in the grass and drive to the sliding glass doors into my bedroom to then walk to the bathroom. So I fully understand this woman in the depths of my soul.
Like, how often have you shit your pants? Because I feel like it's been a while.
No, it has been a long time. It's definitely been some time. I haven't shit myself since that one time we were supposed to record the podcast and I was late. So it's been months.
That was when you went to Panera, right?
Yeah, that one was rough.
And then you got the bubble guts. Yeah, like, I don't know. I will tell you the truth. I was on the way back home from a high school football game on Friday, and I had just had pizza there because I didn't have time to go anywhere before the game. And I felt like I was going to have bubble guts.
Yeah, sometimes
and it's like the first time that I have ever felt like that, like the urge to like, I need a toilet right now. And for people who regularly have that happen to them, like, I could not even imagine.
It's bad. It really is. Like, what do you do?
Well, I was on the highway and I was like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. It's like you're talking to your asshole, it's like, I can do this. I can make it. I can make it. I hardly made it inside the house before I was like, I'm going to shit everywhere.
I will never forget the time that I went to a restaurant near Bone's house. You remember Bone?
Mm-hmm.
Go to a restaurant by Bone's mom's house. Shit myself. And I had to go to her mom's house and then go into the house. Her sister was home. So her sister came out with a towel to like wrap around me to get me in the house. The kids were in the car. I have to go shower in their home because it was a 30-minute drive to my house and I couldn't sit in my poop for that long.
But can you just describe, like, when that does happen, does your butthole just like give out? Like how, what I mean?
No, it's like you're clenching for dear life, like holding on for dear life. You're clenching and it's still coming out even though you're clenching.
Oh, so it's like seeping out of the clench.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. If that would have happened to me, Kail, I cannot do like dirty fucking things. I also don't know like how people live, like people who have like coffee shits, like, and they drink coffee on the way to work every day. And it's like, I know that you have coffee shit. So like, why are you doing that to yourself? If you get in traffic, you are going to shit all over yourself.
I'm not going to lie to you. I was very concerned. Yesterday, I went to Wawa and got an iced coffee. I haven't been drinking coffee because I drink energy drinks, but recently have been going back and forth. Went to Wawa, got my first iced coffee in a really long time. And I literally looked at Emily and I was like, because we were in the school parking lot, parking where you can walk. And I was like, what if I have to shit on the walk over to the school? Like, what am I going to do? And we just looked at each other and it was just like one of those, like, I'll just have to run. Like, I don't know what I'll do. But yeah, to your point, coffee shits. I also know if you smoke cigarettes, a lot of times people will, after their first cigarette in the morning, will have to shit.
What? That's a thing?
Yeah.
Is it the nicotine?
I think so.
Kristen said, remember that time you were stopping drinking energy drinks?
Yeah, remember that time I've been going to Wawa every day and getting a single one, so it's not really working out, and I might as well resubscribe.
I tried to get on that too because I was like, okay, I will probably drink less if I have to inconvenience myself to go and get one. Right? Didn't help.
No, because now I'll buy 2. So I have one for today, one for tomorrow, and then I'll go that day and I'll go get another one, or somebody will go grab one or whatever. So it's not working. I was going to stop energy drinks, but I don't think I can. Like, there's too much going on for me to stop energy drinks.
Remember when I was stopping Alani?
I have coffee that I just finished. And
we're just a bunch of big liars out here.
Truly.
Kristen said, I can't wait for the Addy and the energy drink combo.
Oh yeah, they did. They gave me, I switched from Focalin to Adderall. So I'm going to have heart palpitations, but you know.
I love that for you. Thank you guys for always supporting our show. Please subscribe and review on the Apple Podcast app, follow and rate on Spotify, or listen wherever you get your pods. For our latest merch, visit www.coffeeconvospodcast.com to shop. Full video episodes are available on Kail's Patreon at patreon.com/Kail Lowry. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and join our Facebook group to connect with us and our community. We hope that you guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
This September, CBS hits are streaming free on Pluto TV.
I'm coming in hot.
For this month only, you can watch full seasons of the CBS shows you love. From the courtroom drama of Matlock to the heroics of Fire Country. Go back to where it all began in NCIS Origins, or watch the hilarious hauntings of ghosts. All for free. Full seasons of the CBS shows you love. This month only on Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
Is this thing on? I'm Caitlin Bristow, host of Off the Vine podcast, where I get real. Well, maybe a little too real sometimes, with my friends and celeb guests from Bachelor franchise and beyond. I'm talking guests like Jonathan Van Ness, Nikki Glazer, Wells Adams, Elise Myers,
just like in this like business jacket, like I would love some tacos.
Heidi D'Amelio, Big Brother's Taylor Hale.
I have to bring it up because it happened and we're going to get through it.
What'd I do?
And so many more. So come hang out with us, hear ridiculous confessions, and get a little vulnerable because you know what? We're all just floating on this weird little planet together. Follow, rate, and review Off the Vine podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts.